Now, writing is just one part of the work that we're going to do as we move forward as communicators and journalists. So we need to start looking at other forms of media and how we can use that. And the reason that we do this is because people learn in different ways. Some people learn by the ear, which is called oral. Some people learn visually, right, through the eye. So what we try to do is to create content that's going to inspire people to learn and to consume information no matter what they do. Print's going to provide us with a great deal of depth and context, a lot of information that TV and multimedia can't. But broadcast brings sound and emotion and realism, and it brings an immediacy that print can't. So if we can combine the two of those things, now we're able to serve readers and consumers of all types in consuming the material that we produce. So a multimedia story combines elements of text and still photos, audio, video clips, graphics, interactivity, and we're looking to put that on the web in more of a nonlinear format so people can consume it as they wish. They can consume the written part if they want to first, or they can go to the multimedia first, or whatever they're looking to do. However they learn will help them engage with the material. We want to basically augment our print products, and this is an example that I've given you from the New York Times that talks about horse racing and had quite a few videos, so you can check that out. This is a great package from the Tampa Bay newspaper that talks about this little girl, Danielle, and the struggles that she had. So the video here, the slideshow that I've given you on your iTunes U course, really brings this story to life much greater than the print could alone. So these are some of the different multimedia elements I want you to think about as we incorporate them into our stories. Recording audio intended to be published on the web with your story, with your text story. Shooting video every time you go out to shoot some video that doesn't duplicate the written part but augments it. Maybe think about some form of animation or graphics, interactivity. We want to put all this together in a multimedia system that's going to entice people to consume our projects. So from a video standpoint, these are some things we need to think about. We need to really start working with a digital video camera. That can be your phone. Those of you who have iPhones, 5S or higher, the 6 is certainly a terrific tool for shooting video. We use video editing tools from an app standpoint or a program standpoint. Final Cut is the tool that we use, although on your digital device, iMovie is terrific on your iOS device. We have to think in terms of how we shoot, both the interviews that we shoot and then the augmentary, the illustrative clips, which would be called B-roll, and we're going to talk more about that. Well, the philosophy that we have is say dog, see dog. So if someone's talking about a dog, let's shoot some video that shows what they're talking about. Now, another aspect to this that we need to think about is the audio. That means capturing sound. So when you're out, especially as you're doing something that seems to have a great deal of sound component, if you're going to be reporting on construction, for example, that beep, beep, beep sound, or, the digging of a backhoe, those could be great sounds that would augment your package and get some people interviewed over that. We usually edit in GarageBand on our iOS devices or our Macs. And I want you to think maybe a little bit about podcasting, because that's a great way to start to build up an audience and really start to build some expertise on a topic. Now, finally, let's think about the audio slideshow, which is going to put together sound and photos. So, we have a program called Sound Slides that works okay. You can also just use Final Cut or iMovie to build a slideshow, but it means capturing your audio, editing your audio, capturing photos. We're going to be shooting a lot of photos as we do these stories. Everybody's going to bring back pictures, getting captions and credits so that we can build a narrative story that relates both to the audio and the visual that we have through the photos. So these are some of the shooting concepts that we're going to go through in class, but I just want to give you a little heads up. This idea of wide, medium, tight. So notice, the real wide shot on the right, then we have a medium shot on the upper left, and the bottom left we go tighter. That's really the sequencing that most images and videos go with. And so as you shoot, I want you to start thinking in those terms of this wide, medium, tight aspect of things. We talked a minute ago about B-roll. Let's tell you what A-roll is. So A-roll is the interviewing. So you know this gentleman here, we would be talking with him about his experiences on the slopes, and he would be describing to us about what it's like to be a snowboarder, and so we would show him snowboarding. So the A-roll is the interview, and the B-roll is showing us the C-dog. And what we want to do is stick to about 3-5 seconds of someone talking before we go to some B-roll. So, as we mentioned, say dog, see dog. We're talking about a dog, so let's see one. This is a really important part of getting people to stay engaged in your media. The idea of multimedia is it doesn't have to be linear. A conventional story is going to have a start, it's going to continue, and it's going to end. The nonlinear presentation is that you can link to different places. So even though we may be consuming a print story, we may want to link to a video or watch the video and link to an audio piece or go back and forth. So there's really, it's kind of a describe your own or create your own adventure as it comes to narrative storytelling.